So, hey everyone. So if you had to choose between AI or human, what would you choose? Like in general, right? Maybe if you're literate enough reading all articles related with it, you'd say maybe a augmented system where both AI and human both are in balance. Um, what happens if it's fully under AI? If you take example of maybe let's say banks use AI for fraud detection, right? So if a fraud detection system is fully on AI, then it would bring up fraud accounts based on pattern recognition. Um, so the plus point is AI, since it is so trained on data and patterns, it knows how to recognize subtlety of uh, fraudality, I would say. So if there's a subtleness that humans can't detect, AI would be able to detect those kinds of fraud, and it would like bring up in the dashboard, right? Um, so if we totally rely on it, maybe some of the patterns that AI misses out, or something that is a outlier or an anomaly um, in terms of fraud, it won't be detected because it has never been trained with the data set. So in that case, AI would miss out, right? If we use fully human, uh, like we previously used to do, humans get distracted. Humans miss out on patterns. Anything that has a redundancy, we miss out on it. Um, so the general idea would be using both, right? Maybe a system where uh, first the fraud detection tool would bring up all the fraud accounts, and maybe humans would um, check through those accounts, and uh, those account would be marked as fraud accounts or something like that, right? But even if we do that, there's one thing that we are prone to, which is cognitive bias. So we would think that since AI is bringing up all these fraud accounts, um, is trained on so much data, so it knows more than me. So humans would do automation bias, which is something that is automated, um, and something that is coming from AI, it would ultimately be right. So they wouldn't like cross check, and what you'll get would be some accounts that were in fraud would be sent as fraud, right? So what can be done to counter that? Um, Maybe there's something called uh, optional display, which is so let's say if there's a fraud detection, right? Dashboard, and first we would make the humans go through all the accounts, uh, and after they go through the accounts, and they detect something as fraud, then once they click on it, then it would match against what AI has matched with. So in that case, if it is a match, then it would be marked as something as fraud. Or the second thing we could do is maybe make it optional, like AI integration as optional. So the main thing would be done by human, and if they want to look up some of the fraud accounts, that is like really optional after you invest certain time on the dashboard and go through accounts that are fraud, then and then you can use AI maybe. So those are the couple things you could do. Yeah, so we also can't be prone to cognitive bias or automation bias as well. So that is there.